Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the Two Raccoons in a Trench Coat podcast. I'm your co-host for this evening's episode, some guy with a microphone. I am joined, as always, by the host.
Who is some guy with a hat? Hello, hello. How is everyone doing on this wonderful, whenever it is you're listening to us? Today's episode is one that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, so I'm excited to finally get to this topic, and I hope I don't mess it up like I did last week. But
I think last week was fine. Personally, I see no problems. That being the case, give me 1 second. Ah, that's better.
what'd you do there, bud?
Oh, that's so good. I have a delicious, ice-cold hard cider.
Ooh, is that today's sponsor, perchance?
Oh, I wish. If this company would like to sponsor me, I have no shortage of. I'll just take the sponsorship. They can give you cash. They can just give me product, and I'll be happy.
Works for me. All right, my stopwatch is pulled up, ready to go. Are you ready to get into some trivia?
Oh, so this franchise, I know you have an absolute love for, and I have seen some of this franchise, not a lot of it, but I feel pretty confident that I'm gonna get at least two right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff, like, I try to keep it pretty, like, beginner knowledge. Um, some stuff, maybe not so much, but, yeah, here's hoping that, this is basic enough for you. All right.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah. Trivia. 5 questions, 60 seconds. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. In the Tron universe, what is the name of the location set inside the computer program?
Motherboard.
Kevin Flynn owns what kind of recreational business?
An arcade.
Who is Tron's user?
Player number 1.
Who is the composer for Tron Legacy's soundtrack?
John Williams.
Cora is what kind of program?
Cora is a user interface.
All right. Your time has been stopped. Let me write down that last one. All right. How do you feel like you did?
I got one right.
Okay. Let's see if you are correct in that assessment. Oh, stop time. Okay. Question 1. In the Tron universe, what is the name of the location set inside the computer program? You said the motherboard. The answer is the grid.
Ah, close. So close.
Question number 2. Kevin Flynn owns what kind of recreational business? You said arcade. He owns Flynn's Arcade. You're correct.
Yes. All right. That's the one I knew.
Question number 3. Who is Tron's user? You said player number 1. The answer is Alan Bradley. Question number 4. Yeah, extremely close. If they were pronounced different, spelled different, and sounded different as well.
Yeah.
Question number 4. Who is the composer for Tron Legacy's soundtrack? You said John Williams. The answer is Daft Punk.
Really?
Wait, did you really not know this?
I did not know this, but it makes a lot of sense.
Oh, yeah. All right. Question 5. Core is what kind of a program? You said a user interface. The answer is an ISO.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you got your one that you thought you would, so we're all proud of you here.
Did.
Today's episode, we are talking about Tron. Now, I have to be upfront with everyone here. Tron Legacy is in my top 3 favorite movies of all time, so this is definitely going to not be an unbiased podcast. I don't think we really have done an unbiased one, but this for sure is not going to be.
I think last episode was an unbiased episode.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're correct. Again, I don't have a whole lot of recollection of that episode. I think I'm still fighting off the heat exhaustion from that. But
That is super fair.
so you mentioned you've seen a little bit of this franchise.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen?
So I have seen Tron Legacy from 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I have also seen, what was the other one? Was it 2015 that came out? The other one?
There's only been 2 movies.
What did I see in 2015 that wasn't Tron?
Oh, are you thinking of Ready Player One? That was like
Yes.
2016.
Yep. Yep. I've seen Tron Legacy. That was 2010. I got that one right.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I've seen that. And I've also seen Ready Player One, which does have Tron in it.
Oh, it does. Does it
It
have like
does,
light
does it not?
cycles?
Am I?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, hold on.
I know it has the Iron
Eh,
Giant, but that's about all that I know.
Ready Player One. I'm like 90. Let's see. That is not what I was asking for. Thank you. Okay. The answer is maybe. The internet's not being nice. I've also decided I'm letting you take the helm. This is why I have would you like to guess the ABV of my hard cider I have in my hand?
I'm 35%.
Dear God, no. 8.
Oh, well then what's the point?
The point is that I won't be sloshed by the end of the pot. If I was drinking 35 proof, what alcohol is 35 proof?
Whiskey. Specifically the apple flavor is 35.
17
The
proof
regular
measure-
like Tennessee whiskey is like 40%.
Okay, yeah. Fair. Yeah, no, 8. 8, you psycho.
Well, look, I don't drink it for the taste. I drink it to get the job done, okay?
That's fair.
All right.
But anyway,
Tron.
Tron.
Yes. Tron Legacy, as I said, one of my favorite movies of all time. The original Tron, not so much.
Okay.
I have both movies on DVD, and I watched the original Tron one time, and it felt like a fever dream, and I have not gone back to it in 15 years. Um, it uh, it came out in like the 80s, I think. So they really tried to they put a lot of their focus in the visual effects. The story's okay, but I feel like they were a little too ambitious with the visual effects when they got into the grid, and I couldn't tell who the characters were or who they were trying to be. It was a great proof of concept as like a standalone, like this is where our technology is now. Let's keep building upon it. The idea that this would spawn a sequel that skyrockets the franchise is kind of crazy because they really redesigned everything in Legacy to where you don't have to watch the original to understand what's going on in the sequel, and B, it's kind of like a soft reboot in a way to where you're kind of questioning, like, is because the grids are so different, like, is the original one still, is it supposed to be the same thing? Did it just get updated? Like, what's going on here? But I mean, the first one definitely still has its merits. It was made in the 90s. And the story is there for, it's a decent story. There are good groundworks. Like I said, it's a great proof of concept film. That's really all I have to say about the first one. I'm going to be honest. Like, do you have any thoughts or opinions on the first? I know you said you haven't seen it, but.
So until Tron Legacy, the only thing I knew about Tron was from popular culture. Like Futurama, for example, I think was the first time Tron was ever introduced to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's really iconic, like that poster image of, I think it's Flynn on the cover, lifting up his identity disc, um, and the female program with him. Iconic. They remade that for Legacy. I don't think they're doing that look for Ares, but we'll get to Ares later on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I did watch like a recap video of the first film's story just to jog my memory of what happens. And I think how it goes is Flynn is working or just got booted out of his company of Encom, and some other guy's taking credit for all of his work. So he goes into the building and tries to like break into the technology to prove that he's the owner of all this stuff. But inside in the grid there, he creates a program called Clue. Clue looks just like Flynn because Flynn is like Clue's user pretty much. That's how the terminology goes. Like the real people are users, the programs are programs.
Got it.
His business partner Alan made Tron, who's like the security program. But then the current head of Encom also has a program. I don't remember if he's like what they call a master program, or if he's the master program's like henchman. It wasn't clear when I watched this 15 years ago, and it wasn't entirely clear in the recap video I watched.
Listen, it wasn't clear 15 years ago. It hasn't gotten better.
Yeah, I really did want to try and watch that again, like in its entirety, but I'm like, every time I think about it, it's like I don't know if I have the courage to try and comprehend this again.
Just straight up Mr. Incredible. I can't. I'm not strong enough.
Yeah. But anyway, so you have this basic idea of real people, the users, and their counterparts, the programs in the grid, who they look like, the programs look like their users, is what I'm trying to say. I think Clue gets derezzed at the beginning, according to the video. So Flynn gets digitized into the grid. So that's where that adventure goes. He has to go through all these events and find his way out, take down the master control program, and prove that he was the one who created the video games. It's kind of funny because Tron is the title character for this franchise, yet he's never the main character in any of the films. Because if you remember in Legacy, Flynn makes another Clue, and him, Clue, and Tron recreate the grid. Maybe from the ground up, maybe not. Again, that's the gray area where is this...
Like, do they already have a blueprint to work off of or not?
Right. Like, are they rebuilding the grid from scratch? Are they redesigning it? Like, or is it just like artist interpretation? Like, they're supposed to be exactly the same. It's just the medium in which you are viewing it changes from the film. Like that thing. It's not really clear from my understanding. But anyway, Clue goes a little rogue. He tries to kill Flynn, I think, and it's made to seem like he kills Tron, all in an attempt to take control of the grid to then take all the programs outside of the grid. So all throughout Legacy, Tron is nowhere to be seen until one of the final scenes where it turns out he's actually one of Clue's henchmen, which is a reprogrammed Tron named Rinsler, I think was his name. Really great moment. Yeah, really great moment in that end firefight where Flynn kind of like telepathically realizes that it is Tron and not some new bad guy. Tron remembers who he is and redeems himself, and then it makes it seem like he's about to get back with the good guys, and fly off, happy ending. But then, of course, Clue like comes out of nowhere, fights him, and Tron falls to his supposed death again for the second time in this film. Um, but the final thing we see of him is he's just sinking into the digitized ocean, and his colors turn back from orange to blue. So I think that kind of is supposed to insinuate that he's still alive. But from what I've seen of the Tron Ares marketing, he's nowhere to be seen.
Hmm.
So I go on that entire monologue just as to prove a point how it's funny or it's interesting that they named the films Tron and not like Flynn or something. Because
Right.
the Tron character takes a back seat for, I have to say, the entire franchise.
It does feel like an odd choice. Also, for for if you're gonna spawn sequels or even spin-offs, it would make it a much more like smooth transition to go by the character's first name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
And like,
like what franchise was that does like oh, Star Wars. It's like Solo, our Star Wars story.
mm, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, that's the one Star Wars movie I haven't seen. I just,
Worth it. There are some scary, unquestionable, unanswered questions to it.
hmm. Like, I don't feel like I need the answer to who Han Solo, like what his origin story is. He works fine without knowing
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a good ride, but it's just that. It's one more distraction on the road to the grave.
that. Oh, that is so true. So true. But yeah, back to Tron. I for the marketing of Legacy, I think one of the points that they really hit that they wanted to say was, "Oh, our costumes are real and they have real lights in them."
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny that that was like a main selling point that they were going for. I mean, it is very visually impressive,
Oh yes.
um, but they made it seem like this was the first time that it had been done in film, and I really don't think that is. Like the original Tron, pretty sure they had lights in their suits as well.
I mean, but they didn't have these lights in their suits, right?
Oh,
You know,
yeah, you're right.
these particular lights. These are very special lights that no one else has in their suits.
We have new lumens. Yeah. I mean, I think the film has much more merit to itself than just the lights in their suits. It's a fun ride. Like the action is pretty cool. The characters are nice. Like I see online like people not really liking Sam's character as much because he's like a generic white guy, but he
Mm-hmm.
plays the part well and it does what it needs to do. It services the story.
Right. It moves the plot along and gives us something to hold on to.
Yeah, and he does have a pretty decent personality that's set up. Like you get all that you need to know from him.
I
I
think
think,
people are picky,
yeah, maybe stop doing that. Maybe enjoy what you're given.
right?
I say as
Like
I complain about Solo.
I was about to say, yeah, enjoy things in life we get. Like Solo, a Star Wars story with the half-headed robots that no one ever explained to me.
Oh, you might have brought this up before. You did
I
bring this
have.
up in our Star
I'm
Wars
s-
episode.
I'm still not okay with it.
One day I'll look up what you're talking about, but today is definitely not that
Not that
day.
day.
No. I'm gonna be again honest. A lot of my notes for this episode is just about the music. Uh, I don't think this film works without Daft Punk's score accompanying it. Now,
I could definitely see that.
it's definitely still fine, but their masterful score is what puts this in my top 3 films. Like, this is
Mm-hmm.
the only score from a movie that if I listen to anything, I will listen to the soundtrack in its entirety. Like, it just perfectly encapsulates what makes this film great. Like, you have, it's a really unique take on a score as well, because you have a really great mix of orchestral and techno music that you really don't think should work well together, but they each have their own moments, and when they blend magnificently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the main theme has such a sense of grandeur, but then also like it slightly dips into the sense of like sacrifice that comes at the end of the story, but it does that all while maintaining the sense that this story and the world in itself has like a massive scale and weight to it. There's adventure and there is history, and you hear that all in that first score. I think it's the overture that is set up, and then that main theme comes in and hits in other points of the story as well, along with oh, I don't know the exact name of it. It's not postlude. I don't think it's called, but anyway, like, that's an amazing piece of music. What did your fiance is sending cats in the chat?
Oh,
So
yeah.
so I have to pause my monologue to look at Cat and Jack here. Very cute. But yeah, you have that main piece. The score, it just perfectly encapsulates the emotions, such as like reflection, like and pondering in the middle of the film. There's like a really nice, like, you could call it like a scary piece of music that encapsulates fear, includes worship when all of the regular programs are getting reprogrammed into soldiers, because it has that nice like sharp string tag to it. That's probably not how you describe that piece of music, but that's what I'm going with. And then
Neither of us are composers.
no. And then you have at the end, there's like the somber success of the, again, repurposed overture theme into the sunrise theme. And like in the action scenes and all the other parts, it's just really a really fun score.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, I could gush about this score for forever. But one point that I have made to people and that I will always bring up is like, yeah, scores and soundtracks to movies are complementary, but Tron Legacy feels like it's flipped. Like, this is a 2-hour music video. The
Mm-hmm.
film itself, the story, the action, all that stuff is complementary to the score.
I can agree to that. It's a very unique piece of media where it's almost like your expectations. It's like, you ever, oh, what is that movie my father likes so much with the Beatles music in it?
Is it a Beatles movie? Because you got
Hold on.
Ticket to Ride.
Beatles music movie.
I had a music teacher in 4th grade who was absolutely obsessed with the Beatles, so we would always listen to Beatles music in her class and watch the Beatles movies in her class. That was great for like a week.
Hold on.
After that, I was over it.
Yesterday?
That would be a Beatles.
It came out in 2019.
Oh, the one where the guy goes back in time and the Beatles never happened, but he creates all the Beatles music.
Yes, it's kind of a chick flick.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but
Yeah.
it looked intriguing in the trailers.
My father is a huge Beatles fan, and he watched that on a big screen television on the deck of a cruise ship. And his friends were all like, you know, that's a chick flick, right? And he goes, I love the Beatles. So yeah,
Yeah, that
it's one of those where it's like it's a piece of media where you're like, I'm gonna go see this movie, and you're like, wow, the score and the soundtrack actually sold me on this media more so than the movie I went to go see did,
yeah.
which is very rare.
Yeah, like um it's amazing that the soundtrack didn't, like, they focus on the lights in the suits for marketing but not the soundtrack as much. Like, I would have thought you
Right.
would have inverted that, say, hey, Daft Punk's really big right now, because I think that was around the time they did that one song with Pharrell.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they did, oh yeah, the only other Daft Punk song I know or I knew was the Kanye West one.
Oh yeah,
Was
harder, stronger,
Stronger.
faster.
Yeah, the only Kanye West song that I've heard, um, but I love it. It's a great song. I think. I mean, I don't think I've listened to it in like 10 years, but yeah, Daft Punk had to fight for the right to make the entire soundtrack. Like, originally, I think they were going to make one or two bits for it, but they wanted to do the entire thing. But the studio was like,
Hmm.
no, you have no experience producing an entire soundtrack. But thankfully, they gave in and we got this masterpiece, which I think is still their only film credit in composition work.
I can't really think of any others, but then again, and like you said, why didn't they boast Daft Punk is making our music? Coming to me, who didn't know Daft Punk made the music 15 years later.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I feel like that's such a common piece of knowledge because it was so important to not only the movie but to like music and like film scores in general. Like, this is something different and it's unique, but that's not why it makes it good. It makes it good because it is genuinely an amazing piece of music,
Mm-hmm.
um, that stands on its own merits. But I mean, they also had a cameo in the film in the nightclub scene. That was fun. But I think this is the second time they've blown up on film. It was in this one, and then when they announced their retirement, didn't they blow themselves up?
That's a good possibility. I'm not gonna lie, not 100% sure.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge Daft Punk fan. Like, again, this I love this score, and I know the thing they did with Kanye West, but other than that, I don't think I've listened to a single thing that they've done. But so we talked about the music for Legacy a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of who's making the music for Tron Ares?
I am not. I'm gonna make a wild assumption that it's Daft Punk.
Well,
Are they coming back for it?
no.
Mm.
9 Inch Nails.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think had Daft Punk not retired, they probably would have asked them to come back to
Hmm.
do this next one. But it's funny because the Legacy soundtrack really feels like you are in the grid. Um, Again, the orchestra lends itself to the sense of amazement, but whatever music they put in the trailer for Ares, which, by the way, in all the trailers, they are heavily marketing 9 Inch Nails as the composer for the soundtrack, which is
They
funny
learned
because,
their
yeah,
lesson.
I guess they figured out that, yeah, music was so important to this franchise that we need to, because everyone's going to be wondering who's making the music for this one. So they just came
Mm-hmm.
out and plastered at the end of all of the trailers that I've seen. I was really hesitant when I first heard that they were doing the music, but I heard it in the trailer and I thought about it. It's like, it feels so much more techno and visceral. It really lends itself to, I think, the story they're trying to tell in the film, which is, I think the programs are finally starting to make their way into the real world. and what are the consequences that real humans are going to have to face for that. It just feels like it's actually another great fit. Like Daft Punk was great for the Grids soundtrack. Nine Inch
Mm-hmm.
Nails might be great for like the Real World soundtrack.
Yeah, I I could. I almost said, well, let's not forget, Daft Punk was in one of our genre-defining games, but it's not. It's Dead Mouse. That's in Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator.
A genre-defining game.
So, have you seen any of the trailers for Ares? I
I
think
have
there was
not. Tell me
one.
about them.
I think there was it Superman? Yeah, there was probably one before Superman. So I know you've seen it at least. Um,
Oh, the one in theaters, yes.
yeah. Um,
Nothing outside of that.
yeah. So they announced the film. I was excited but hesitant. I saw that first trailer. I was sold. I'm like, this is gonna go so hard. I don't care if Jared Leto's in it. Like, it's probably gonna be okay.
Is this the
Then
Jared Leto that has the cult?
that wouldn't surprise me. Jared Leto, I think either 5 Seconds of Summer or 5 Seconds to Mars or whatever the hell that band name
30 Seconds
is.
to Mars. That
That's it.
guy.
Um, he was Morbius and he played the Joker in Zack Snyder's short Snyderverse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought he was okay as Joker. I didn't see Morbius, but I know a lot of people aren't a fan of him as an actor. It They released a couple more trailers, some longer trailers, and a short snippet of a scene. And I'm really trying to not know too much about this film. Like I'll watch trailers, but I don't want to know any behind the scenes. I don't want to know any spoilers. I want to just go into this as unbiased as possible. But from the short snippet that they put out on Hulu, I think, or you could probably find it anywhere, he seemed okay in that scene. Although, like 30 seconds, who can really tell? But
Right.
the thing I'm most worried about is the main story setup seems like Encom or another company is the one that's going to be bringing the programs into the real world and using them for military purposes,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine on its own. However, you have the context of what happened in Legacy. Shouldn't we be following up with the other characters like Sam Flynn? What's he up to? Korra is a program, one of a literal one of a kind program in ISO in the real world now. That was a big through line in that film's plot. What's going on with that? We don't see anyone from the previous film in the trailers, except for Kevin Flynn, who supposedly died at the end of Legacy.
Right.
So, and it's really weird how he shows up because in the trailer, he's in the grid, but it's like the purple grid from the original Tron. So you have all those bright colors
Mm-hmm.
instead of the blacks and electric blues and oranges from Legacy. So they're blending the two styles, which I I'm gonna say is okay that they're doing that. I mean, they didn't explain it at all in Legacy. Um, if they don't explain it at all in this one, I think we'll just have to continue making up headcanons of, yeah, it's probably always been like that, but we didn't see either one in the other respective films, whatever.
Yeah.
But Flynn is talking to um, Jared Leto in the grid. So is that like, is he a program himself? Like, when his sacrifice, did he die, or did he like make up a backup program of himself? Did he actually not die at all? We don't know. Again, we also don't know what happened to Tron or Sam or Korra. Like, from whatever the trailers are showing us, it's safe to assume that all those other characters are not important to this film, which I
Right.
was really hoping they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it kind of blows, honestly.
Yeah. So I am a little worried about that. But hey, Gillian Anderson, she's gonna be in the movie.
True. Okay, cool.
I think she's coming out of like a soft retirement for this, which
I mean,
is,
hey, Jim Carrey came out of retirement for the Sonic films.
and then immediately went right back into it.
When you have a calling, you have a calling.
Yeah. Like, I'm not thinking, like, I don't think the actors are gonna do a bad job. It's just my concern is the legacy of legacy. Are they gonna be respecting that at all? Which, it's a modern Disney film, so the odds are not in its favor. But I don't know. I'm still excited. I think I'm gonna try and see it in IMAX, and then
Mm-hmm.
they also have it releasing in Dolby cinemas. So I might, if the film itself is good, I'm gonna go see it twice in the Dolby cinema to get the true like audio experience that it deserves. But something funny. So I think I've mentioned this. I'm upgrading to a 4K setup, and I've been acquiring films that I do not have on Blu-ray on 4K. And as I was looking through some stuff, I thought, oh, I love Tron. Let's see if they have Tron Legacy on 4K yet. And as I
Mm-hmm.
Google it, it's like, hey, they are actually releasing it right now. Pre-orders are up, and it releases on the 16th of September. So I'm like, oh, cool. That's right in time. Um, I click on the link, and they are completely sold out. Like, pre-orders everywhere are down. I was like a day late. Um, so Disney has yet again not uh, given me much faith that they care about their physical media releases at all. Um, there are some sort, like one source I think said that they are aware of the short stock and they're gonna make more by like October, which I'm hoping is true, but I'm not. I don't have my hopes up. Uh, but also, a lot of the times their newer physical media releases aren't great. So I've been really worried. Like, I really hope that the 4K transfer is actually 4K and looks good. And on top of it all, like, the sound quality needs to be sublime. Like, it cannot be anything less than amazing for this release. And I really hope that they knock it out of the park for this. If I ever get my hands on it, because I'm not paying $80 on eBay for a movie I've seen 20,000 times. But yeah, what
Mm-hmm.
are some of your hopes or thoughts for Tron Ares?
So I'm quite excited to learn that Nine Inch Nails is doing the score. Very excited about that. I'm hoping for some. Okay, this might be missing the mark, but I'm hoping for some new yet unheard pieces from them.
Mm.
Um, I am also okay. So Tron Legacy 2010 was visually very nice. We agree on this.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I think, side tangent. A lot of the biggest
Mm-hmm.
criticism that film gets is the de aging on um, Jeff Bridges.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, other than
That
that,
aside,
yeah, that aside, it is a very clean and crisp looking film.
I am expecting Ares to be beyond that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this as a, well, they better do this. I have a lot of hope, and I feel like there's a lot to work with, and I feel like it's a high benchmark that they're going to be aiming for, because the whole thing about Tron is, look how graphically amazing and visually stunning we can be, and also hear some bomb music. And I feel like they know what they're aiming for, and I'm very excited to see if they can just kind of bring those two together like Legacy did and make another just over the top film. Um, I'm also hoping for some harder impact of character death. That means something this time. Mm-hmm. I hope if you die in the end, you stay dead. I hate
Yeah.
death. I hate death baiting. That is my biggest pet peeve in any form of media. I hate it's like, no, this character. Here's the thing. If it's like, oh, hey, the protagonist is dead and we're only halfway through the movie, I know they're not actually dead.
Yeah.
That part I'm okay with that. It's when you're like, oh, we have a trilogy planned and the hero dies in movie number 2 near the end, and that creates a huge focal shift. That's an amazing piece of writing. Keep that. If you come into like the third movie and halfway through it's, don't worry guys, I'm back. I hate you. I hope the cast gets influenza B. I hope the director loses like his way, gets lost in Death Valley, and then he has to be rescued and everyone mocks him for it because it's a road, dumbass, follow it.
Is this why you don't like the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
I like the third Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, so you're being just a little
It is my
hypocritical
second
right
favorite film. My first is I like the first movie is my first favorite. Third movie is my second favorite.
now. Oh, that's so. I mean, that's exactly what you just described happening.
I know.
Okay, all right.
I am aware that I am a man of many hypocrisies.
Okay,
I'm
well,
a
as long as
hungry
you know,
I'm a hungry
hypocrite,
yes,
hippo.
that's
Yeah.
since the once scribbed the great poet Burnham.
Sure, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I do agree. Um, I highly doubt that they were planning on bringing him back when they made Legacy. They probably thought that was all right. We'll make a continuation and call it good here. Um, if a third one was in the works,
Mhm.
I doubt that they had planned to bring Jeff Bridges back for a third one. Again, we don't really know if he didn't die, if it's a program backup, whatnot. Um, but that is one of my main concerns with how they're going to work that into this film.
Yes. It's a concern.
Visually, though, from what we've seen in the trailers, it looks to be phenomenal.
Yes, from what I saw in theaters, I think I leaned over to you and said, "We're seeing that, right?"
Yeah. Yeah. I know for sure I am.
We need to
But
make, you know what? This is too important of a film. We need to get, it can be just you and I. We can go on a little date to go see it. That's perfectly good. But
ooh.
I think you're correct. We should go see it in, you want to do IMAX, right?
Yeah, I think we do IMAX first. Well, I'm going to do IMAX first. I don't know if anyone else is going to want to watch it twice. I might not want to watch it twice either, depending on how the story goes. But
Fair. I am down to go to IMAX. I this is a film that I think deserves, at least for its inaugural viewing, it needs something as intense as an IMAX.
all right, October 9th at AMC, I think, is IMAX.
Beautiful.
Sweet. All
I'm gonna have
right.
a busy I'm gonna have a busy week that week. I'm
Mm,
happy for that though.
okay.
Busy as in I'm now, look, you said October 9th?
I'm pretty sure I'm Googling it right now to triple check.
You Google that. Yeah, because October 2nd is Yom Kippur, so I don't know if that makes a difference to you.
No. Yeah, releases October 10th, but first showings are always the night before. October
No,
9th,
right.
we got IMAX. Oh, IMAX 3D.
Ooh.
That could be kind of cool. I heard Legacy was great on 3D, but
Did I see it in 3D?
okay, so I have the DVD. I'm looking
Uh-huh.
for the 4K, but I heard that the Blu-ray 3D is great, so I found it. I picked it up, but I don't have a 3D TV. I have another movie that has 3D
Mm-hmm.
capabilities, but I'm not able to watch it because I don't have a 3D TV. So I'm in
Right.
this constant back and forth struggle of, do I try and find an old 3D TV because they don't make 3D TVs anymore, or do I get a 3D projector? But the verbiage on all the projectors, like you type in 3D projector, and of course Google is like, hey, here are all these projectors, but none of them specify 3D. So it's like, what are you looking for? Like, ugh. Anyway,
Yeah.
but hey, at least I'll have it for in case they decide to like, hey, here's a 3D TV product in the year of
Right.
2025.
You never know, especially with indie companies always trying out old tech to make it something popular.
Yeah, especially because I feel like, and I feel like this 4K release really does signify that physical media, there is still a very high demand for it. Like
Yes.
retailers and production companies obviously are trying to get away from that because they can make more money with streaming.
They
You
can
don't,
cut costs, yeah.
yeah, you release it once on a server, you recharge every month for subscription services, and you don't have to put the money into making the actual disc, the distribution, the cases, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
But for the consumer, consumers, I would imagine many people love having the actual thing on their shelf to where if the internet's out, they don't have to rely on
Mm-hmm.
any trickery like that. They just pick it up off the
Mm-hmm.
shelf, open the case, plug it in, and you're good. Like you will own that forever. You don't have to worry about
I'll
putting in
mm.
credit card information every time you want to see what. Ugh, it's a whole thing.
I 2 points on that. One, I'll take it a step further. So I'm a big fan of audiobooks. I have many physical hard copy books of audiobooks that I've listened to a number of times because I want that physical hardcover book on my shelf because I love the media that much. Am I
Yes.
ever like I had the book Sylvanas. Am I ever going to crack it open to read it? No, because it's a very pretty special edition that I'm not touching because, it's art essentially to me, but I have it. So and I love it. Not and then the other point, we're not gonna go too deep into this because it's older. We can get a whole episode on this, but Justice for Toga.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one.
So Toga is a Disney movie with
Oh my
Willem
god, yes, yes, yes,
Dafoe.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
You
it's
told me about
gone. You
this.
can't find it. It has physical copies because it was from before the age of streaming exclusivity. So there are
Mm-hmm.
physical copies out there. Get them while you can. Disney erased Toga. It's gone. You can't get it anywhere. They're never going to stream it again because they decided to tear it apart and they made it a tax write-off as a failed product, which shouldn't be allowed in capitalism. But here, the times we live in. So if you are like me and you're like, hey, I watched Balto as a little kid and I learned about the movie Toga and that was really good. If you don't have a physical copy, go get one now. Go to eBay, go to Amazon, go to secondhand stores, go to Goodwill, go to your local
Second
disc
Charles.
resale shop. Yeah, go find a copy of Toga. If you love that movie, go find it because it's gone. It's Look it up on Disney Plus right now. Pause this. Don't pause the episode. Listen to it in the background. Go to the Disney Plus app. Try to find Toga. Toga. It's gone.
You will own nothing and you will be happy.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, like, but again, I feel like I'm hoping, big hope, for a silver lining with the absolute butchery of the 4K release. I hope that Disney executives will see that there is such a demand for this product,
Mm.
um, and they will start to reevaluate.
They'll
Because,
make more money in the long run than they'll spend.
yes, they will make their money back in production costs for this. I mean, it's a $40 4K for a 15-year-old film. You're going to make your money back. um, but like there's still so much stuff, like all of the Disney Plus exclusive content, like season 7 of Clone Wars. Still don't have that on physical media. You know how
Right.
empty that space is on the shelf? Like you have the first 6 seasons, and then you have the finale that is just not there on the shelf. It feels so draining. Um,
Hmm.
just a ton of stuff that they just don't care
I
about.
need to I need to make a quick amendment. I had a Freudian slip.
Uh-huh.
It's not toga, Toga. It's Togo, Togo. Toga is the creepy, stabby, blood drinky girl from My Hero Academia that I enjoy the story of. So,
Oh,
Togo, to go, Togo. Go find that on physical media. Do it today.
Tron. In
Tron.
interesting first step. Might have missed the mark. Tron Legacy, 10 out of 10 film, fantastic. Tron Ares, some doubts, uh, but has yet to be seen to be confirmed. Any other thoughts on this franchise you want to put in there before we maybe wrap this up?
Um, Before we go for this evening, I want to reiterate to everyone that the movie industry, uh, in cinema itself, is of course going through a hard time. And I don't mean with writers, I don't mean with actors, I don't mean with the guilds. What I mean is they're having a hard time for movie theaters and places like it. If you have the ability, if you have the want, and you have the drive, I implore you to go see this movie in a local theater, whether it's a chain or a mom and pop run theater. Go there, support the business. You don't have to buy the snacks. So that's where they make all their money, is the snacks. But at least go see the movies, because as long as we go and keep this thing supported, they're going to keep being a thing. You've seen it and I've seen it. Multiple theaters around us have shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was something in the news at time of recording. It's the 26th of September. Um, I get married in exactly 1 year.
Yeah.
Um, and there's more movie theaters shutting down, and even the ones we go to, as you well know, don't have a lot of staff and are hardly ever busy unless it's a big premiere or like a midnight showing of something. Um, and as long as we go and keep seeing movies, there will be studio executives that will pay good money to ensure these places don't go under. You don't have to buy their snacks. I know they're overpriced, and that's how they're meant to be. That's their business model. Um, but please, I implore you, go see movies. Even if you only go to a $2 matinee on a Saturday or on a Tuesday afternoon, that still helps. It still puts people in the seats, and it still means that we're going to have these things to enjoy for future generations.
Yep. I agree. A brief amendment. Obviously, make sure that the movies are worth seeing. Hold the production companies accountable in that regard.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And it is not all sunshine and rainbows on the actors or the writers' part. SAG-AFTRA is facing massive issues right now with uh, AI and life rights and all that stuff. Uh, Too much to get into in the final few minutes of this episode. Maybe we'll do an entire special on the downsides of AI in the industry these days. But um, yes, for the most part, I 100% agree with. For the most part, I 100% agree with your
For the most
sentiment.
part, look, for 70% of what you say, I agree with 100% of you.
Yes, um, absolutely support theaters when there's a good movie out that you are interested in and want to see. Try and hold off waiting to watch it on streaming. Um, this is where voting with your wallet does, in fact, make a difference because the executives only look at the numbers and the box office revenue and returns. So, with that, getting a little meta at the end of this episode, but good conversation. Lots to talk about with Tron here. Any final thoughts before we head off?
You know, I think that's all I've got.
That's all I had here as well. If you like this episode, if you didn't like this episode, if you felt mediocre about it, let us know. You can leave a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down the podcast, or you can email us if you want to get a little more extreme with your criticisms and don't want to write it there in the comment section. That's tworaccoonspodcast at gmail.com. That's two C's, two O's, no spaces. Um, yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so very much for checking out the podcast and hanging out with us today. We hope you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, or New Year's.
Yep. Well, Happy New Year's, everyone. I've been Some Guy with a Hat.
And I've been some guy with a microphone.
We'll see you in the grid.